In the scorching deserts of the Middle East, where survival meant adapting to the harshest conditions on Earth, and where a nation's very existence depended on the reliability of its weapons, there emerged a rifle so tough, so dependable, and so revolutionary that it would become the backbone of one of the world's most effective military forces. This was the Galil, Israel's answer to the constant threat of annihilation, a weapon forged in the crucible of necessity and perfected through decades of relentless combat that demanded nothing less than absolute reliability. Born from the ashes of the Six-Day War and the painful lessons learned when imported weapons failed at critical moments, the Galil represented more than just another assault rifle. It embodied the Israeli spirit of self-reliance, innovation, and the absolute refusal to surrender in the face of overwhelming odds. When foreign suppliers imposed arms embargoes and left Israel vulnerable, Israeli engineers didn't despair. They created something better, a rifle that could function flawlessly in sand, mud, extreme heat, and Arctic cold, proving that necessity truly is the mother of invention. This is the incredible story of the rifle that wouldn't back down, the weapon that helped a small nation defend itself against enemies on all sides, and how Israeli ingenuity transformed battlefield requirements into engineering excellence that would influence rifle design around the world. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel right now for more incredible war secrets and the legendary weapons that reveal how innovation and determination can overcome any obstacle in the pursuit of survival and freedom. The story of the Galil begins in the aftermath of the 1967 Six-Day War, when Israeli military leaders conducted a comprehensive analysis of their weapons performance and discovered critical flaws in their imported firearms that had nearly cost them victory in several crucial engagements. The Israeli Defense Forces had been relying primarily on foreign-manufactured weapons, including Belgian FN, FAL rifles, and various other imported systems, but these weapons had demonstrated serious reliability issues in the unique environmental conditions of Middle Eastern warfare, particularly the fine sand that infiltrated every mechanism and the extreme temperature variations that caused metal expansion and contraction problems. The decision to develop an indigenous rifle was driven by both practical military necessity and strategic independence concerns, as Israeli leaders recognized that relying on foreign suppliers for critical weapon systems left them vulnerable to political pressure and potential arms embargoes that could cripple their defense capabilities during times of crisis. The project was assigned to Israel Military Industries, with the primary design work undertaken by Yisrael Galil, a brilliant engineer whose name would eventually grace the rifle that became his masterpiece of practical military engineering. Galil's approach to rifle design was revolutionary in its emphasis on absolute reliability over theoretical perfection, recognizing that in combat situations, a weapon that functions every time is infinitely more valuable than one that offers marginal performance advantages but might fail when lives depend on it. Rather than starting from scratch, Galil wisely chose to base his design on the proven Kalashnikov operating system, but with significant modifications and improvements that addressed the specific needs of Israeli forces while maintaining the legendary reliability that had made the AK-47 famous worldwide. The development process was exhaustive and uncompromising, with prototypes subjected to torture tests that went far beyond standard military specifications, including burial in sand for extended periods, immersion in mud and water, exposure to extreme temperatures, and continuous firing tests that pushed the rifles to their absolute limits. Israeli engineers understood that their soldiers' lives would depend on this weapon functioning flawlessly under the most adverse conditions imaginable, so they refused to accept any compromise in reliability or durability that might endanger Israeli forces in combat. The Galil's gas-operated rotating bolt system was refined through countless iterations to ensure smooth operation even when contaminated with sand, dust, or debris, while the rifle's robust construction and high-quality materials provided exceptional durability that allowed it to function reliably even after thousands of rounds and years of hard use. The weapon's design incorporated lessons learned from decades of combat experience, including features like an enlarged trigger guard for use with gloves, ambidextrous controls for left-handed shooters, and a folding stock that reduced the rifle's overall length for use in vehicles and confined spaces. One of the Galil's most innovative features was its integrated bottle opener, a seemingly trivial addition that actually solved a serious practical problem faced by soldiers who were using their rifle magazines to open bottles, potentially damaging the magazine lips and causing feeding problems that could prove fatal in combat. This attention to real-world soldier needs exemplified the practical philosophy that guided the Galil's development, with designers focusing on solutions to actual problems rather than theoretical improvements that looked good on paper but provided little practical benefit. The rifle's accuracy was exceptional for a combat weapon, with careful attention to barrel manufacturing and action bedding that provided precision sufficient for both close-quarters combat and longer-range engagements that characterized Middle Eastern warfare. The Galil could deliver consistent accuracy at ranges up to 500 meters with standard ammunition, while specialized sniper variants equipped with precision barrels and optical sights extended effective range to over 800 meters, making it a versatile platform that could adapt to various tactical requirements. The Galil's first major combat test came during the 1982 Lebanon War, where Israeli forces armed with the new rifle faced Syrian troops, equipped with Soviet weapons, in some of the most intense fighting of the conflict. The rifle performed flawlessly under combat conditions, with soldiers reporting that their Galils continued to function reliably even after being exposed to mud, sand, and debris that would have disabled less robust weapons, validating the design philosophy that had prioritized reliability above all other considerations. The psychological impact of carrying a rifle that soldiers could trust completely cannot be overstated, as Israeli troops developed confidence in their weapon that translated into tactical aggressiveness and combat effectiveness that gave them significant advantages over enemies equipped with less reliable firearms. When soldiers know their rifle will fire every time they pull the trigger, they can focus entirely on tactics and marksmanship rather than worrying about potential mechanical failures that might leave them defenseless at critical moments. The Galil's modular design allowed for easy customization and modification to meet specific mission requirements, with variants including standard assault rifles, compact carbines for special operations, sniper rifles for precision shooting, and light machine gun versions for squad automatic weapon roles. This versatility made the Galil family a complete small arms system that could equip entire military units with weapons sharing common operating principles, spare parts, and maintenance procedures, simplifying logistics and training while ensuring consistent performance across all variants. International recognition of the Galil's excellence came quickly, with military forces around the world adopting the rifle for their own use after extensive testing confirmed its superior reliability and performance characteristics. Countries facing similar environmental challenges, particularly those operating in desert or tropical conditions, where sand, dust, and humidity could disable less robust weapons, found the Galil to be exactly what they needed for effective military operations in harsh environments. The rifle's manufacturing quality was exceptional, with Israeli military industries implementing strict quality control procedures that ensured every Galil met exacting standards for accuracy, reliability, and durability before leaving the factory. This commitment to quality meant that Galil rifles developed a reputation for longevity that saw individual weapons remain in service for decades, while maintaining their original performance characteristics, providing exceptional value for military forces that needed weapons capable of long-term reliable service. The Galil's influence on modern rifle design extends far beyond its direct military applications, with many of its innovative features being adopted by other manufacturers and incorporated into subsequent rifle designs that benefited from the practical lessons learned during the Galil's development. The rifle demonstrated that successful military weapons must be designed around real-world operational requirements rather than theoretical specifications, a philosophy that continues to influence modern small arms development. The economic impact of the Galil program was significant for Israel, establishing the country as a major player in the international arms market, while providing valuable foreign exchange earnings that helped fund continued military research and development. The success of the Galil program also demonstrated Israel's technological capabilities to the world, enhancing the country's reputation as an innovator in military technology and opening doors for other Israeli defense companies in international markets. Training with the Galil was simplified by its intuitive controls and reliable operation, allowing Israeli forces to achieve high levels of marksmanship proficiency more quickly than would have been possible with more complex weapon systems. The rifle's consistent performance characteristics meant that soldiers could develop muscle memory and shooting techniques that remained valid throughout their military careers, regardless of environmental conditions or operational stress that might affect their performance with less predictable weapons. The Galil's role in Israeli military doctrine extended beyond its function as an individual weapon, becoming a symbol of Israeli self-reliance and technological independence that reinforced the country's determination to never again be dependent on foreign suppliers for critical defense capabilities. The rifle represented proof that a small nation with limited resources could compete with and even surpass the products of major military-industrial powers when driven by necessity and guided by practical wisdom. Maintenance of the Galil was designed to be simple and straightforward, with soldiers able to perform most routine maintenance tasks using basic tools and minimal training, ensuring that the rifle remained operational even when sophisticated maintenance facilities were unavailable. This emphasis on maintainability was crucial for Israeli forces operating in remote areas or during extended operations where access to armorer support might be limited, allowing individual soldiers to keep their weapons functioning reliably through proper care and basic maintenance procedures. The Galil's legacy continues today in modern Israeli small arms development, with lessons learned from its design and operational use informing current projects that maintain Israel's position at the forefront of military small arms technology. The rifle proved that successful weapons development requires understanding not just technical specifications, but also the human factors and operational realities that determine whether a weapon will succeed or fail when lives depend on its performance. Today, the Galil remains in service with military and police forces around the world, testament to the enduring value of its design philosophy and the quality of its construction that has allowed individual rifles to remain operational for decades of hard use. The rifle that wouldn't back down continues to serve those who refuse to surrender, embodying the spirit of determination and excellence that drove its creation and ensuring its place in the pantheon of legendary military firearms. If this incredible story of the Galil and how Israeli ingenuity created a rifle that refused to back down has amazed you as much as it has amazed us, please make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. What surprised you most about how Israel transformed military necessity into engineering excellence? Do you think the Galil's emphasis on absolute reliability over marginal performance gains was the right approach? Have you heard other stories of weapons that were developed out of pure necessity and became legendary for their dependability? We'd love to hear your perspective on this inspiring tale of innovation, determination, and the rifle that proved a small nation could create world-class military technology when survival was at stake. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more secrets of war and incredible stories of the weapons and warriors that shaped military history through innovation and unwavering determination. Ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because we're committed to bringing you the most compelling stories that demonstrate how human ingenuity and the refusal to surrender can overcome any obstacle and create legends that endure for generations.